Alright, here we go. We should be live now. Hopefully on my computer will start working. Apologies for the delay, just had some issues. But now I am going to take the link of the call, copy it, and I will put in the chat momentarily. There's someone else I want to try to get in here in just a second, so. Okay. Now I should be able to switch the account stuff, all sorts of mix match managing going on here. But we are now live. Right, I think we should have someone joining us in just a moment. Alright, sweet.
Alright, I'm on.
Hello, and welcome. We are now live, so I'm just getting stuff ready, and for those watching, I am now putting the link to the call in the chat so anyone can join. Please note that if you're one of our Risk City members, if you've already talked about the MLP movie, try to hold back from joining this call, because this is sort of for the people that didn't get to join last time. Just a heads up. Like, I won't stop you from joining, but if there's someone in the chat, if like the call becomes full and there's someone in the chat that wants to join, I will ask you to leave, just so you know. But there is the link. You guys should be able to go to it and join the call. Also, please only join if you've seen the movie.
Yeah. Hey.
Hello.
Pat, were you in our last stream about the movie?
Yep, I already heard the thing. If people who haven't talked about the
Yeah,
film,
okay. So like, I
join,
mean, you're welcome to stay for now. It's nice to have more people.
no, it's fine. I know when I'm not welcome, I'll just go cry.
Oh jeez. Off to a great start. Already caused depression. And Fast Track has joined us as well.
Hello, everybody. Long time no see.
Yeah, pleasant surprise, I would say. I didn't even think you'd be able to make it due to the fact that this is so early in the day.
What are you talking about? It's 12:30 where I am.
Yeah, that's like midday.
It's 8:30 here.
It's 3:30 for me.
Yeah, well, that's because of bloody time zones, and we all know that.
Gosh darn it, all you Brits.
Excuse me, sir, I am an American.
Are you talking to me? Talking to me?
I am an
I'm
American.
American.
I will have you know I am an American, as I happily drink my tea.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, I believe Jack or Fast Track, whichever you wants to go first, by all means, go ahead.
All right. Oh, who's this?
Oh,
hey, Blue.
Hey.
Oh, hi, Blue. How's it going?
I actually do have some extra notes from last stream that I didn't get to say.
Oh, could you hold on to those for now? I would like Jack and Fast Track to go first,
guys.
because they haven't been able to share their thoughts yet.
Romance,
Right.
are you gonna pay me yet?
No, I'm not going to pay you ever. Don't push me off the cliff again.
So, anyway,
Yeah.
about the movie, I liked the animation style. I can't say exactly if it's like a lot better or only slightly better, but or even if it's, you know, just the same quality. But there are some things that I like about it that I think it has over the main show style. It had there's better lighting on certain parts, even though this is as I believe a new program that they were using.
Yeah, I believe they switched over to Toon Boom, which was just a small note. Toon Boom was actually a animation software that was starting to rise in popularity in the MLP fandom when they made the choice. For instance, a popular music video, The Moonrises, was made in Toon Boom, and you can actually see the similarities in both the MLP movie and that animation just because of the software they used.
I know, it's almost uncanny.
Right, and
but they got the wings right in the movie.
Yeah, but the things that I like besides lighting, I noticed that the characters have actual lips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I know.
They definitely
Yeah.
added details. And the bottom of their feet, you can see like it's sort of like a backwards heart shape. Like you could actually see concrete what the bottom of their hoof was whenever you saw it. In the show, it's sort of, it's sort of a blur, so it's like a blob. It flattens when you press it against the ground. But in the
Yes.
movie, they actually had that like actually emphasized.
Also, the characters. Well, I mean, as far as new characters, really liked, and like such as Tempest and Storm King and Capper.
Oh, Capper.
wife
I
of-
love
Yeah, of course.
Capper.
Everyone loves Capper.
Every girl that has seen the movie likes Capper, and for me, I just find that infuriating. Just because it's like, oh my gosh, it's one. Wow, they had one guy, and everyone likes him for like one reason, and it's because of his voice actor. They're not in love with his character; they're in love with his voice
I've never
actor.
seen his voice actor anywhere. I just like his voice.
Yeah, that's
Well-
the thing. Everyone's in love with his voice actor more than his actual character.
I bet
This
you
is
did.
this is a joke I have
Actual-
made. This is a joke I've made about myself all the time. Okay, can someone ship me and Capper, please? I love
Well,
him too much.
or you could just do it yourself. People do it all the
Yeah, I
time.
could, yeah.
Well, actually,
Welcome to the internet.
besides the whole smooth voice he has,
Mhm.
what other voice actor has a smooth voice in anime?
Troy Baker.
Dude, you can't
Yeah,
just
yeah,
say
Troy
who
Baker.
has a smooth voice in anime. That's like every anime has that one smooth talking character.
Right. But anyway, besides the smooth voice, he also has what was it?
An amazing
Charisma?
Oh
cast.
yeah. Well, he also has a kind sort of charismatic personality. It's actually a personality that I've seen in some other bits of fiction that even though it has been done before, at least it was done well.
He was a petty thief who got redeemed through the power of friendship.
Oh wow, that
Yeah,
power of friendship.
Kind
It
of
just
that.
relieves all sins. It's actually really funny. It'd be like, would be a funny joke for someone to make as an animation is if if friendship like redeems all sins. Like sort of in there's a funny thing about the Lego movie, like how everyone just forgives Lord Business despite all that he's done for years.
Right.
It's just like friendship. Who cares that you killed Vitruvius and locked up thousands of people, torturing them every second of every day? Who cares about that? You accepted friendship. We're cool.
And who cares
Yeah, we
about
give you
the,
for killing Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, you literally killed the like most beautiful voice in all of mankind.
He didn't
Yeah,
kill Kevin
but
Conroy, did he?
Huh?
He didn't kill Kevin Conroy, did he?
No, he killed Morgan Freeman, and he didn't kill John Delancey, which I can respect. He kept John Delancey out of it, but Morgan Freeman, I like that guy. We can't live without his voice.
Yeah,
Okay,
no one-
first of all, I would love to see a bona fide Morgan Freeman. Second of all, I am honestly surprised we did not get to see any cameo of Discord.
Oh, he was a balloon.
Yeah.
And there was a shadow of him at the
Right,
concert at the end.
We also got another balloon that died. Rest in peace, Brian.
Yes, that is true. Everyone, a moment of silence for Brian.
Moment of silence for Brian.
Okay, that was fun, everyone. Jack, would you like to continue?
Huh?
Wait, did you have any more thoughts?
Oh, well, let's see. Unlike what some people would say about Tempest, no, she is not. She is not a rehash of Starlight. There's literally only one, significant similarity between the both of them under a mountain of differences, and saying that she has to, grow up, even though she got a traumatizing, injury and then abandoned by her friends when she needed them. Oh yeah, people are supposed to just shrug that off. Yeah,
like-
uh-huh.
Yeah,
No,
that's a good point. Like, let's just like I think you mentioned it being like sort of like a disability, and I think that was probably the closest analogy we'll ever get because no human has magic, but it's literally
Exactly.
like, say you have a job and your job requires you to you work at a let's say, shoot, not an office building, but like a warehouse. You know, you have to
Store.
move boxes and stuff around,
Yeah.
and just happens to be an accident, and oh, you can't feel your legs anymore. That's crushing.
Mm.
You
Just think,
are no longer able to do what you've been doing for the past several years. She
Or
couldn't
how,
use.
or how about this? You were on a basketball team, and you thought your fellow team members were your friends. Then, when you get into an accident and you lose the and you lose the use of your legs, and you don't feel like you can do basketball
Perform.
anymore. Perform is good. They stop hanging out with you. I mean, yes, Tempest's friends, got scared of her, but I
Mhm.
mean, if they had as much, loyalty as, say, Rainbow Dash, they probably would have been able to see past the scary part and actually, try to, hang out with her and comfort, someone who essentially got a limb lopped off and is not able to do what others of her kind are able to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty
Person with
scarring.
disability.
Mhm.
I hate to use this quote, but I'm just going to use it from Gravity Falls.
Okay.
We hate what we don't understand.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very, like, it's in that show. It's hilarious because it's used jokingly, but it's legitimately like one of the more basic concepts of just human beings in general is
That's
that
how
they
satire.
often ostracize things they don't understand, which is why it took humanity so long to discover different mental disabilities. And like for one instance, PTSD, they just thought a lot of people were crazy. It wasn't until an influx of people got it from, things I won't mention, but like it wasn't until there was an influx that people started to see patterns. But like when people seem different just right off the bat, a lot of times they're ostracized just for that. Just because
Yeah.
people don't understand and they're too afraid to understand.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I ever felt that kind of feeling in my life.
Not at all. Not once. None of us would ever feel ostracized. Isn't that right, guys? Not once.
Indeed.
Flugelhorn.
And onto the other bad guy that I like, Storm King. Pretty
Mhm.
much Hades and Deadpool combined into one.
And with an extra thick dose of Aku.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But yeah, it's a real shame that he was killed off, and it's very unlikely that he'll come back.
Yeah, his time on the screen was extremely short-lived.
A moment of silence.
Literally.
Yeah.
I think a lot of issues people have with the Storm King is the fact that he barely did anything in the film, which I will agree, but definitely I think they made comics, and if you read the comics, they probably delved in more to Storm King and what he did. But I think of Storm King more as like, an actual king, like an actual politician. And if you know, like from any like medieval history, you don't see many kings go out to battle. It's always a lot of times they're the leader because they know how to dictate
Hey, Lefty.
actions,
Everything.
and
Oh,
they
and then
know
a
how
back to
to
the left.
instruct. They're the leader because they're trusted, or because they just inherited through some BS. He goes, "Oh no,
Yeah,
my
guys.
cousin just randomly dropped dead. What a tragedy! I guess I'm king now."
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would have liked to see more of this Storm King. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he looks pretty. I mean, his character design is pretty athletic and strong. I would have liked to see, well, some sort of
Do
battle.
something.
Question:
You
Is the
have a
Storm
magic
King,
staff. Do something.
question: Is the Storm King supposed to be a Yeti?
He's supposed to be a mixture of a Yeti and an ox, I believe.
Oh my gosh. The oxes. They return. They actually. He goes, this is like. The oxes actually have, their species is actually a genuine threat because they just destroy things.
Are you talking about? I think you're talking about the yaks.
Oh wait, shoot.
I
I've
hate
gone
them.
mad. All right, don't listen to me. Conspiracy.
If you guys
theory
want to know
Random
what
shutdown.
Insidious, he is a male starlight creature.
That's racist.
I'm sorry, I'm a pony. I
Um,
can't. Wait, what was that quote that one of Bronny Buck's friends made who was a griffin? He said only ponies can be racist. Just the irony of that statement was beautiful. Alright, anyway.
If anyone would like to actually know the name, male satyr-like creature. I don't know how to
Male
pronounce the
what?
word. It's
We
male
made it up because it looked really cool.
satyr like.
Oh, you're talking
Male
about the
creature.
species name.
Yep.
Okay, wait a second. To Google. I'm gonna look it up myself.
Google, give me the answers, for I am too lazy and dumb to know them
YR.
myself.
An 80-80?
Right? Let's see. Storm King.
And it turns out he was a giant mouse.
It turns out that that his species name was Storm King.
He's
I don't
so
One of the
like a
most lusty
Pokemon.
and drunken woodland gods in Greek art were they were represented as a man with horse's ears and tail, but in Roman representations as a man with goat ears, tails, leg, and horns.
Oh, a satyr.
Wait, where are you reading this? Because I'm on the MLP wiki.
Oh, I
Wait.
actually found it on the Greek mythology page.
Wait, are you talking about a satyr?
Greek mythology. Somebody
Yep.
invite Firebrand.
only.
Hey Firebrand, we need you for a live stream. Who are you? That would actually no, it'd probably be 24 hours later. He would respond, "Who are you?" And they'd be like, "Oh, never mind. Stream's over. Bye."
Notice me, senpai.
Oh boy.
But seriously though, where'd you get the name of his species?
I just googled satyr.
Yeah, it's a satyr.
Oh, a satyr.
Satyr.
Wait, like Sather from like shoot, it was
Percy Jackson.
Percy. Yeah, that's it. The
So,
books apparently were good, and everyone hates
half
the
of the
movies.
goat and the upper
Satyr.
half of, well,
Hey, Mirror.
Hello.
Hello, Mayor.
Pretty much what
The
Phil
man.
is.
Hey,
I don't know
Kagami.
exactly. So I'm gonna say his upper half is maybe gorilla.
Yeah.
Maybe an albino chimpanzee.
I guess that makes sense.
You know what? Give me a second. How many people? I'm just gonna count real quick. You guys keep talking. I mean, we got 8. We've got room for 2 more. I'm just gonna repost that link. Just so you guys know, I'm putting the link in the chat. So if you guys have a microphone that's audible, you can
But isn't
join us if
desktop
you want,
mic?
because that's the point of a banter.
And
Just so y'all know.
trust me, these are fun to do.
They are.
Sometimes.
Although we can get a little bit zany.
Yeah, well, we're gonna try to stay
Yeah, we
a bit,
can be.
on topic. So
But then Lefty will be there to bring us
okay,
down.
after we
Yeah.
overanalyzed what species Storm King was, Jack, do you have any other notes? Any other things you'd like to say other than Storm King's species being dumb as heck?
Well, it doesn't look dumb to me.
Well, yeah, it doesn't look dumb, but it's annoying to figure out. The show should have addressed it. I mean, the movie should have addressed it. Anyway, moving forward, probably in the comics.
Let's see. I think it's I think it's interesting that besides the Storm King and his henchmen being introduced as a species that's in the world that Equestria is on, they introduced the anthropomorphic fish people, the cat people, and
Or more like
hippogriff.
cat person, but yeah.
Yeah,
And a talking mole.
Well, on the bright side, Silver's species is now canon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're a lot more
Silver.
slender. Like,
Portish as well.
Have you
it's
seen
much-
Silver Quill in real life? He isn't exactly a
Well,
body.
you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense now. Good job, Silver Quill. Your OC accurately represents you as a hypocrite due to the fact that he's a lot larger than the other hippogriffs.
Be
Mainly
careful what
because
you say. He could be listening to us in secrecy.
Well,
killed us
but
all.
look at Silver Quill's head. Look at that. It must hold like a freaking Einstein's brain in there or something. It's got something big is in his head. Oh,
What the
Nathaniel
hell? Blu-ray?
Hernandez.
Hello.
Nathaniel. Welcome to the stream, Nathaniel. Thank you for
Hey,
joining
Brett.
us.
Hi.
Hello.
Yo,
Nice.
actually,
Gonna be
it's,
Banter.
actually that's my real name, but my fandom
Raven
name
Mad.
is Raven Mad.
Oh
Raven
wow.
Mad. You sound a lot like Channel Hopper.
I am not like that guy.
They're two totally
It's the
different people.
same twin. I am the insanity one.
Okay, so you're his
Good to
twin?
know.
Yeah, well.
Yep.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
but
that explains why I couldn't tell the difference. All
He's
of
the
these
less-
people
he's the
can
lesser
tell
of
you
two
from
evils.
all of these people here can tell you from experience that they can't tell my voice from my twin brother, who is currently
that
trying
guy
to
again.
save Zelda. Did you know
Yeah,
Zelda is
Kind of
really
like you
hard
would
to
telling
save?
twins apart of my school.
Yeah, that is
Oh, I
kind of
feel-
hard, babe. Sorry about
This
that.
Legend of Zelda.
Oh, I feel your pain, brother.
Brother. Also,
Right.
you guys need a cosplay idea. Genji and Hanzo Shimada, just so you know, if you like Overwatch.
Of
So,
course.
I see you guys are talking about the My Little Pony movie.
Yes.
Yep,
yeah.
Speaking of which,
I have a few
Probably get
things
back
to
to
say
it.
about that.
yeah, I think Jack still has some more notes, and then fast
Yep.
track.
No,
and
no,
left.
I
Nope.
don't.
Go ahead.
Oh, you finished? All right. So, fast track. Would you like to take your turn finally?
Sure. Why not? Oh boy, we're going again.
Don't blink or you'll miss them. You fast track.
Hang on.
I guess I would like to talk about like the songs in this movie. Okay, while the lyrics were, of course, of MLP standards, the actual instrumentals were beyond phenomenal.
They actually got
Well,
to
it's
use
as if
an
they spent
actual,
like thousands of dollars on it.
Yes, and of course, the singing talents of all the guest stars and the main six we know and love is enjoyable. But let's be honest, we just love "I'm the Friend That You Need."
of course, because fun fact, Taya Diggs, who plays Captor, was in the original version of Rent.
Huh?
It's
He was in
interesting.
Rent.
Also,
The more you know.
And
Also,
just so you know, Rent's a musical. Also, Mirror likes musicals.
Of course she does.
Does anyone find it rather sad or something that certain animated movies can never really hold on their own unless they get some kind of celebrity guest star in it?
Okay, I think the problem with that is with modern the thing is I tell this to my friends a lot, the film industry is a lot of times more social skills than actual film skills. And for you to make a film that they'll actually put in theaters, you have to have a reason, because this entire world is run, or at least the businesses are run by money. So if you want your film to play in theaters, you have to find good reasons to tell theaters, hey, my movie has John Delancey in it. Play in your theaters. It will make money. Then they'll play in the theaters because John Delancey is a well-known voice actor. Or the Marvel films. The Marvel films have been doing fantastic these days, which is why whenever a new Marvel film comes out, it's always in theaters, because theaters know this is a Marvel film. They know what they're doing. We're going to make a lot of money. It's always about whether or not it's going to make money.
I can bet you guys $10 when Infinity War comes out, it's going to blow the box office to the max.
Probably
Yep.
because
Well, can I just sum it
with
up
that
in one?
film, we can expect it to do so well because it has so many like legendary actors in it. It has so many super popular actors, and this will be one of the biggest collaborations of film series of all time. Like when the Avengers came out, that was huge. It had
Sum
so
us up in
many
one incredibly applicable
big
Tim Curry
actors
quote.
and so many key roles that it was bound to success because of how many important people were in it. That's why Star Wars did so well when it came back, because it's Star Wars. Everyone knows it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's mostly because of brand and everything. When a Marvel movie comes out, everyone already knows what it is and who it's gonna guest star and everything. Yeah. When a Star Wars movie comes out, it's Star Wars. Anyone's gonna go see it, but a My Little Pony movie, only the fans are gonna go see that, and
little girls,
little girls.
Yeah, little girls.
They aren't gonna go watch that unless they were fans.
Campaign much for that movie. They had ads for it, but they didn't ad campaign as hard as Star Wars did, or as Marvel did, because they realized this movie should make a lot of money, but it's not going to be worth advertising that much because we basically already know who's going to show up.
Maybe they thought the fans would do the advertisement for them.
Ads, but from the get-go, they knew the only people that are going to show up are bronies or little girls. Literally, when I went to the theater, there was probably 10 people in their tops.
For my theater...
Well, I was one of only 3 people. No, I'll shut up now. I'm just going to go and cry in the corner.
No, it's alright.
You can use your as a bucket to carry your tears.
Dude, we're in space. There are no corners.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. Yeah, I was just going to sum up Laser's little tangent in one incredibly applicable Tim Curry quote.
Right.
We've got to have money.
Oh, wow. I just realized something.
Well, did the toys come out first before the movie?
Dude, the toys always come out first. Yeah, the toys come out before the season even starts.
And the poster and the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably
the merchandise always.
And the McDonald's promos.
It's annoying.
That's how people found out about the season 4 finale because of the rainbow powers. Because the toys and stuff came out.
Yeah, the toys always come out before it airs.
What's rainbow power? Oh, maybe that's going to be related to the main.
So it's kind of a strategy.
It's My Little Pony equivalent of going Super Saiyan.
Yeah, but with the toys, it's kind of a plan because they have to give it to the stores long before it airs on TV. Because stores, if you know, they keep a lot of stuff in the back until they have shelf space for it.
Yeah. I work in I know the routine. I work in retail.
Oh, cool.
I work at Target. I know the ins and outs.
Oh yeah, that I saw a great video of how to get Nerf guns early because they hold them in the back.
Hey, Laser. Being a viewer of Nostalgia Critic's work, I noticed a similarity between the practice of having the toys come out before movie is similar to what he said about how with the original Ninja Turtles, the original cartoon back in the 80s, I believe.
The one with Jim Henson's puppets?
No, that was a film that came after the cartoon. I think it was more 90s, but yeah.
I said puppets, like Muppets from Jim Henson.
Yeah,
no, I don't think they were puppets. Were they ever puppets? I know they were costumes. I didn't think they were puppets.
Well, I'm talking about the cartoon.
Yeah.
The original cartoon, the toys came out way before the cartoon, and the cartoon episodes were basically done around the toys that came out.
Huh.
I guess kind of similar to the original Transformers.
Okay, that makes sense. It's again a good marketing strategy.
Why do they release toys before a show or a movie starts?
Because it's free advertisement. And you're like, hey, I saw that.
Kind of spoil things?
Yeah, but again, it's advertising.
Like when Cars 2 did, when Cars 2 did it, and they gave Mater guns, that kind of ruined something, doesn't it?
Cars 2 but again, it makes money. They don't care.
Oh, Lefty speaks! Yay!
Oh, wow!
I'd just like to point out, Robot Chicken poked fun at that in the sketch where the Robot Chicken nerd kills the Jim Carrey Grinch. he talked to the author of the G.I. Joe comics, and the author said, "Hey kid, I got paid to write words around a toy catalog." That's what it is.
Hilarious.
I need to now see that.
Robot Chicken's amazing.
Oh yeah, I love Robot
Especially
Chicken.
when they get Tara Strong to voice an MLP sketch.
Oh, really? They did that?
Oh, I knew that. I knew that.
Actually, funny enough, my dad always says his favorite pony is Apocalypse Pony.
Apocalypse Pony.
Apocalypse Pony.
Punishing mankind for their sins.
Also, the actor playing Jar Jar managed to
And
win.
I am Death Pony. Oh, I think the pony has a hearing problem. I don't think that's what he said, Mom.
No,
Pony's
the most messed up pony sketch is Sunny Muffins.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, back to movie, everyone. A fast track. Would you like to continue your thoughts?
Let's see. Favorite song was definitely a Friend You Need, but I think the song with the most hidden context would be One Small Thing, or as I like to call it, the shipping between Pinkie Pie and that one sea pony.
Oh, God.
Princess.
It was the Princess.
Skystar.
It is
Kristen
not
Chenoweth.
shipping. You're looking too deep into it.
I should.
No, Jack. You can.
Jack, what do you expect? It's fast track.
One small thing, so much we can create. You and me, we started something great. How can you deny it?
Shipping.
Honestly, we're making
Hey, guys. You forgot the main point of the show and movie: friendship.
Really?
Maybe a
I
bit
thought it was to make money. I've been so
Friendship.
blind this entire time.
Haven't you ever heard of friendships with benefits?
Yeah, I've heard of
Look hello.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I was too distracted.
And
by the
there's
movie
one for my
for
Zutalo
information.
account.
Please get out of the gutter.
I am
The
just the
gutter's
worst.
so much fun. You can beat people across the head with the gutter, just to
Jack-
see the reaction.
Jack, didn't you realize that we had to get through a gutter to get to the city?
What?
No, I don't have to get through any gutters to get to a city.
No, to get to Rift City, you have to go through the gutter and leave your
Well,
mind
you have to
down
go
there.
through the gutter. What?
How?
So
When
wait,
did this happen?
a
I
minute.
just
If-
use a magic portal to get to the city. I don't know where you guys did we like drop a portal in a gutter somewhere?
Aren't portals more secret rifts?
I have a question
Well,
though.
what
If
do
we
you
have to go through a gutter to get to Rift City, how have we not run into Pennywise yet?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh
Good
no!
hello.
Don't worry,
Flows
I
down
paid
here.
Pennywise off. I said he was
Lefty,
being
you don't
replaced. That
scare
he
me
was
one bit.
no. I dealt with Pennywise. I told him he was being replaced, and he became incredibly depressed and hasn't had any problems since.
I know, guys. Hey, guys.
Same.
Hey, guys. I know. I said Pennywise, like the current Pennywise, kind of scares me at times. But if Lefty tries to impersonate Pennywise, it's not gonna scare me.
Excuse me, Lefty. Do you have Prince Albert in a can?
Yes, I do.
Alright, this is okay. This has gone very off topic. Can
Excuse me,
fast track?
Pennywise,
Very,
but
very.
do you have Prince Albert in a can?
Oh boy.
Nah, that's
What the
not
hell is Prince Albert?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. Anyway, fast track. Would you like to continue your thoughts?
Okay, so
Okay, good. Because I need money. Could you give me like 50 cents for it? Yeah, it's a slot machine. You gotta put in 50 more cents.
Okay, and then there's a song by Sia. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the song. I just felt it didn't belong in a My Little Pony movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
Sia was an odd choice, being that like, and then list Niall. I really enjoyed the song, but it seemed very off to what she usually does, just because this song was way more blander, and it's sort of a question I have for basically all songwriters who are hired for movie productions, is because they still own the rights to their song, but it feels like so much of the motivation for most of these film songs made for films is the money, because most of the songs they make on their own, there's emotion and meaning behind it, but for film songs, it's like you have to invent the emotion. You have to invent the story behind the song.
Well,
Yeah, and I can't tell which song I dislike the least. I want to say Rainbow Dash's song. I really do. I'm not saying that just because she's my least favorite pony, but I just wasn't into the song really.
Oh, it's
Well,
I wasn't in.
yeah, same here.
I don't.
Okay,
consider-
okay. By the way, if my friend Sparrow ever heard me saying that Rainbow is least favorite pony, I think he's gonna get me because
look,
Rainbow
Sparrow's
is
in the
his favorite pony.
Oh, look, Sparrow's in the chat.
That doesn't mean the song isn't that enjoyable. I mean, I still like.
I mean, as soon as she was gonna sing, I was gonna go, "Oh
Yeah.
no, not a Rainbow Dash song, no!"
Actually, there is some representation behind the song. in favor for a restrained hook and hypnotic beat while still sounding powerful and inspired as ever. She maintains the even-headed, optimistic spirit that elevates her best songs singing, like I Can See a Rainbow in Your Tears as the Sun Comes Out.
Where are you reading this off of? Because there's no way you just came up with that.
Wikipedia.
Yep, there's a reception page at the bottom constantly of every pop song.
Yeah,
You know, oh, sorry, Jack.
Speaking of that song, I saw a comment on it that said the song sounded like it was kinda talking about Tempest a little bit.
That would actually make sense. Literally.
Yeah.
And it
I would
could
have to re-listen to it,
that.
but just like trying to think of, I can't remember the lyrics, but just too well. But just trying to think of the music and the tone itself, I can definitely sort of imagine it. But I'd have to re-listen to be certain.
I have a question. Who, with the introduction
guys, would it be cool, like if
Wait,
storm,
Romance.
if the
Someone was
storm,
trying to say something.
oh,
Romance.
Okay.
if like given the introduction of what was her name? Sia?
Yeah.
Songbird Serenade.
The singer.
Yeah, Songbird.
Her full name
Given
is Kate Axel Furler.
Now, what is she? Are they implying that she's like the biggest name in music, or because I distinctly remember Countess Colorachilla being the biggest name in music?
Well, you see her.
Don't forget about Fair Shores.
There could be multiple people.
Rah, rah.
Wait,
Yes,
guys, I have the answer. The answer is, we say she's the biggest singer because we had to get her on this movie set because we needed her lyrics. We just needed someone to make the song. We didn't want to reuse characters. We wanted to be original. Also, she was a huge part of the marketing. If we didn't say she was like super amazing and have her in the film, if we didn't say she was super amazing in the film, it's like, what? She was one of the biggest parts of the marketing. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they had big enough names already with Emily Blunt or Liev Schreiber. Or
Don't
Michael
forget, this
Pena.
this MLP movie was something that wasn't really expected, and as I think we've mentioned multiple times, it was probably very difficult to get this film to new people, to try to get people from outside the fandom interested and invested in this franchise.
You know what's really interesting? It's been months, and I know it's currently out, but I've never seen advertising for the DVD or Blu-ray.
No, me.
I think I mentioned this earlier, but remember, this film wasn't advertised. They didn't ad campaign a whole lot with this film,
Lionsgate
just
dropped
because
the ball.
they knew it wouldn't do as great, and it wasn't worth the ad campaign. The people, they knew from the get-go that bronies would still buy the DVD because they're bronies. So no offense,
Gecko?
but you haven't heard that phrase?
Yeah,
You said gecko.
Gecko. What's wrong with gecko?
From the get-go.
I'm an American. I can mispronounce things however I wish, sir. This is the land of the free.
This is my boyfriend's lady.
The land of the free and the home of the Slurpee.
The home of the was 7-Eleven made in America.
Land of the free, home of the Whopper.
Land of the free and home of the corrupted.
No, land of the free and home of McDonald's and guns.
Yeah, well,
if we could add on to that business corruption, I think we're good.
yeah, well, Britain is the land of hope and glory, mother of the free. So take that.
It's mother of the free,
Yeah.
and we have mother of the free because we train them to be free by oppressing them. Great
Exactly,
job,
works well.
Mother England.
It
You know,
works.
for the record, we may not be seeing any advertisements for the DVD or Blu-ray simply because Hasbro recently terminated their deal with Lionsgate and made that deal with Paramount, so that may not have included advertising for the DVDs at all.
Wait. So they made a movie with Lionsgate. They're like, we don't like you.
Yeah, and because
Goodbye.
Lionsgate dropped the ball big time with advertising, so they dropped Lionsgate after the movie was done in theaters and went with Paramount for a 5-year deal.
Huh,
And it's not just for ponies; it's all of Hasbro.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Here's a scary thought, though. If in that 5 years Disney buys Paramount, Twilight would be a Disney princess.
The fact what's kind of scary is the fact that Disney is probably
The law.
because they actually own several TV shows, such as I think ABC, like Disney, the entire company actually owns all of ABC.
They also
They own
all of
Family Guy
ESPN.
and The Simpsons.
Oh, hey, if they buy Hasbro, then maybe a Kingdom Hearts game could be made with an Equestria world.
Oh!
I would buy that.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah, I'm the executive of Hasbro. Now that you've made that idea, we cannot use it, but we will rebrand it and steal your idea and make thousands. Thank you, sir. Goodbye.
Well, here's the thing. It's mainly because I don't think it's gonna happen because Hasbro's not really in a position to sell. Like, there's no reason for them to, unless they're in debt or something.
Well, don't forget DHX was actually a while back. I think they went up for grabs. Does anyone know what happened to DHX?
No, I didn't hear anything out of that.
I knew they went up for sale because the company they weren't able to provide for their own things.
Yeah, but talking Hasbro as a whole, they released like around November. They said every single one of their franchises that they own, which includes Transformers, MLP, all their franchises are still selling well. So there's no reason for them to sell.
Well, yeah, again, it's Hasbro. Let's be honest; they're probably the masters of child marketing.
Yeah, yeah, they also make board games.
What about Mattel or Lego or
Hasbro tried to buy Mattel, but it didn't go through.
Okay, let's look at MLP toys. MLP toys, you can get so many different variants of the same stupid thing. You can get customizable things, and you can buy them. You can buy singles, and you can buy groups. Nerf guns always need more bullets. They sell Nerf darts individually.
I remember when I was in
strategy is just genius. They give you enough to get by, but you'll always come back for more.
Yeah, but
I remember when I was in drama school at one point. Like, I used to go to this drama school. At one point, we had little kids, so little kids everywhere, and I hated working with them. And two of them came in with Equestria Girls dolls, and like one Fluttershy, one Rainbow Dash, and I'm like,
wait, did you say Flutterdash?
No, I said Fluttershy.
I thought we'd get a break from the Flutterdash without Rowberry.
I blame Rowberry if I say Flutterdash, okay?
Fluttercord is the one true pairing.
Fluttercord, yep.
Okay, this is not a shipping stream. We're saving that for February.
Aww.
Oh yeah,
that's right. Backtrack is still
told you
talking
about
about the topic that he's trying to
Okay, I think we've ranted on. We've run this toy commercial into the ground. Let's move back.
Yeah, sorry, fast track.
Okay. All right. This is my final comment and probably the most important. Oh, one more thing. Spoiler alert. And this isn't for the movie. This is for the rest of the original series. So everybody, mute your mics now if you do not want to be spoiled about season 8.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Just shoot me now. Let's go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast off.
Okay. So a majority of the people from the movie will be featured again in season 8.
Yeah, that's something I already knew. I saw spoilers of that.
I already heard about that.
I kind of already figured that would happen.
Though it's really it kind of interests me, because we've seen what MLP characters transferred to the movie setting looks like from the show style to movie. It's gonna be really interesting to see them transfer from movie style to show.
Well, from what I've seen of a leak that had a hippogriff character in it, pretty good.
We can trust DHX to rip off Toon Boom. Excellent.
Yeah, and I also saw how they did the sea ponies. They look good.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that Shubi thing.
Speaking of sea ponies, I have something to say about them.
Okay.
Overall, I liked the movie. I liked the songs; they were okay. I liked the whole premise. I could have thought the world building could have been a little better, and the story could have been a little more bigger. Because this kind of seemed like a extended episode. Imagine the season 7 finale, with the pillars. That one to me should have been the idea for the movie instead of this one.
Yeah.
But I can accept that and everything.
Yeah, I think
I can accept what they went with.
Sort of like I think Dr. Wolf mentioned it. It was go to the place, show the place long enough, make a play set, go to the next place, show it long enough, make a play set, show the next place, make it long enough, make a play set.
Yeah.
I feel like the destinations were more for quote unquote world building. See, like, hey, this place exists. We're not going to tell you why or what it's doing here or why we've never mentioned it before, but it exists, and if it exists, we can make money off it.
But yeah, I can accept all of that. There's just one issue with the film I have, and that's the sea ponies.
We lost Pat.
No,
Yeah.
not Pat Rex.
The problem I have with the sea ponies is that they completely retcon them. They're not sea ponies.
Oh yeah,
you can call them sea ponies, but to me, no. Yeah, that's the problem. In the previous generations, sea ponies are a separate species and everything. There was no transformation needed. They were a separate species. But in the movie, they basically retconned it to where now sea ponies don't exist because what they are is a transformation that the hippogriffs used. Yeah. So to me, that says there aren't any sea ponies.
Well, they didn't shoot the idea down. They mentioned, because don't forget that transformation orb also turned standard ponies into sea ponies. Therefore, odds are, whichever this device or like the relic, the orb, clearly was based off probably seeing actual sea ponies. If you want to, you never make something unless you already had an intended use for it, and you never make a use for something unless you have an idea. And
imagine the breezies. Like there was already a species of breezies, and yet there was a spell in order to transform you into one. So that to me shows that there was already
I think I have actually a theory on that pearl.
All right.
Maybe the pearl was a normal pearl, but then Queen Noble used her magic and used the same spell that Triley used with the breezy spells, which explains.
Put it in just an orb that can be easily stolen. It was like, you know what? I could just go around to all my subjects who I know and trust and transfer them. Or what I could do is put it in this easily losable object and never have that power again. But this one object will be able to do it for me. And it doesn't make it actually easier. It just makes it prettier and more sparkly when I do it.
Babe, just wait until season 8 and see what they do with the hippogriffs.
Oh yeah, it's probably gonna be like, oh hey guys, instead of keeping this magic to ourselves, we put all of our magic into one, again, easily losable, easily stealable object.
Reminds me.
Because we want to regulate its use.
But still, I find that a big issue with the movie, that the whole goal was to go to the sea ponies.
No, it was to find the hippogriffs.
Find the hippogriffs, only to return with one of them. Well, they come back with a cat, a hippogriff, and a gang of pirates. So exactly how would that have helped them?
I got an idea based off that. Do you happen to have a subscription to Netflix?
Nope.
Yes. Darn it. I was going to make an analogy, because in 7 Deadly Sins, and you can probably find this in other places, there's a lot of times there's a person that goes away from their home because their home's under attack. So they go to find help. And Star Wars. Rogue One, a person leaves to find help to stop people. Now, the goal is to get as many people as possible, but there comes a time where there's this push factor that says, all right, guys, we've got a couple people together. We could use more people, but if we don't act now, then we're all dead anyway.
I got another analogy.
They try their best to get as much help as possible.
Oh, lefty left.
Point where,
he's done with the stream.
We have to act now.
Hey, getting back on the on the whole new locations thing. It's not completely unprecedented because we've had talk of other civilizations before, and actually seen dignitaries from there. We have Prince Rutherford, we have the Duke and Duchess of Meritonia, we have
the delegates from Saddle Arabia.
The delegates of Saddle Arabia. A lot of stuff. So the whole idea of new places, not unprecedented. It's just something being added onto. We already know that Equestria is just one country in the world, not the whole world.
Yeah. Not yet, at least.
I consider Equestria more as a continent than a country, but
continent more.
But it's a continent that's all ruled by one person, so that makes it therefore a country. And in fact, heck, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a country. It could just be one giant state due to the fact that we have no proof of any smaller legislative branches or some form of smaller governments due to the fact that there's mayors to towns, but so do states. States have mayors to towns and cities. So it really could just be one massive state, technically.
I kind of guessed from that map, the Kitty map.
Yeah, but oh well. Shoot. Are you fast track? Have you gone over all your thoughts?
One more thing, and then I have to leave. Oh, okay. What do you think is the time in the place of timeline for the movie?
I believe it was made to be right after season 7.
Officially it's supposed to be in between season 7 and 8.
Really?
Yeah, because the pillars leave to travel the world and everything.
They're like, okay, guys, we could stick around, but this place is really cool, and I hear they got this thing called whiskey. I've never tried it before. I'm gonna go give it a shot.
Because honestly, I was thinking it happened somewhere before the finale of season 5.
Really? No. Why is that?
Okay. Now, first of all, we have some hints telling about where it is. First of all, this was written after the finale of season 4, so obviously
they wrote this
as a princess and all that stuff.
Oh, Mirror left.
Yeah, so did Lefty, which was unfortunate because he didn't get.
Yes,
sure.
I think I know why he left.
Does he have work?
Because I think because he was given spoilers.
Let's see. We have Starlight Glimmer, who came in, and she was already reformed, therefore her hair. So it was sometime after season 5, but before the end of season 6. And we have Trixie, who was also the friend, and she became a friend of Starlight sometime
in season 6.
I'm sorry, I meant to say season 6. That was my bad. I am so sorry. Anyway, so it was just before the end of season 6, and after Trixie became a friend of Starlight's. Now, we did not see any confirmation of the reformation of the changelings because, we had Neon Bambi and all that stuff.
Oh, boy.
So, in my opinion, at the very least, this movie took place during the mid-season hiatus of season 6.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, but officially, official statements and all that. It's supposed to be
I'm back.
Right after season 7, before season 8.
Also, I want to try to add a counterclaim to the season 7 thing. You mentioned the changelings. One, if the changelings were still bad, opportune moment to attack.
Yeah.
2, the reason the changeling Luna said go to the hippogriffs and not the changelings is because everyone knew the changelings are a bunch of pacifists now. They barely took out one thing. So yes, they are they're friendly now, but their military strength is just abysmal. They went from like some feared military force to, oh hi guys, I made you a flower necklace. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. And there's one person that's like, hey guys, if we don't like, make a military, we could like be squashed. Peaceful countries like hardly ever do well.
Oh, but that would be so
I guess that's my time to leave, everybody.
Right.
Okay, so
fast track. Thank you for joining.
So long. Farewell.
I need to talk to
Shane.
about a game. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. All right.
So,
All right. So, Nathan, would you like to share your thoughts if you haven't shared enough of your thoughts already?
Well, well, like I said, one of the main problems I have with the movie is the story was somewhat okay, but I felt it was kind of underwhelming to where, well, I thought they were gonna go on something a lot bigger adventure.
All right.
Other than just to, oh no, we gotta save our home from being attacked.
So
I mean, why is their home always attacked? It's like we were attacked by the changelings. We had threat of a returning dark shadow. We had
I mean, let's be honest. They don't have the military strength to actually imperialize other countries. Not to mention the fact that imperialism in general is highly frowned upon.
Yeah.
But, that is hilarious. Why is Equestria like so good? Like, do they just manage? Do they have better resources, or is it mainly just because it's like, hey guys, they have smoothies and we don't. Let's go kill them.
I think it's mainly because I think it's mainly because they have. I mean, 1/3 of their race are magic users, where it only takes 12. It only takes specifically 12 of them to manipulate celestial bodies.
That is true. It's sort of like, hey, they control the sun and the moon, and I want to take a nap longer. Let's go get them.
But like, because the issue, the thing is that what they basically have on their side is projectiles.
Exactly.
So unless some
That's
it doesn't make sense. I have both my earphones in and my microphone.
Yeah, I know. It's just
too.
starting all of a sudden. I don't understand it.
Is it coming from my end?
No, because it's echoing. Because it's echoing through mirror. See, because whenever we stop conversation, the last thing is mirror's eye.
Why does this happen?
Oh no, probably because technology hates all of humanity and Skynet will rise one day.
I guess this is why Equestria doesn't have technology.
Yeah, they don't have technology because I mean, let's be honest. They're no, but they could do it. Their typewriters make their typewriters. They have 2 buttons on a typewriter. Write entire paragraph.
Actually, they do have a little bit of technology.
They have the headphones.
They also have
What else do
They have stereos.
Yes, and
they have the medical technology.
They also have arcade games, yet they don't have TV.
Yeah.
And in Mainhand, don't forget about like the billboard lights.
All right, did you try to fix your either try to fix the echo or potentially mute your mic so things aren't echoing back once you're trying to say something.
Hold on. Give me a second. Is that better?
Oh, that does sound better.
Nah,
hold on.
Echo.
How about now?
Oh, sounds pretty good.
Okay, sweet,
Yeah.
awesome, great job.
Okay.
excellent.
All right, would you like to continue, sir?
Okay, so I felt it was kind of underwhelming that the whole point of the movie was for them to go save their kingdom from another invading force, and all they came back with was a gang of pirates, a cat, and a hippogriff.
Actually, that would be the best joke. Like, so wait, let me get this straight. You come back to Equestria without an army, and you just bring pirates, a cat, and a hippogriff. Yeah. What's wrong
I have
with
a counterclaim to this.
If there's
Okay.
anything,
Oh, sorry.
And
if there's anything under, sorry,
it's okay.
yeah, if there's anything underwhelming about it, in terms of story, I would have to say that like someone said earlier about it being, an elongated episode of the show. Basically, the stakes aren't any higher than a season finale. It's
still all of Equestria every single time.
Yeah, it's a threat. It's a threat just to one kingdom, not the whole. Not the whole
world,
or at least not explicitly stated. The whole planet. Like it's not. It's not. Storm King apparently has conquered other places, and we're
yet,
told about
we
that.
only
But we're
see
not.
one. Yeah, and we only see one place, so it's like, okay, show, don't tell. I want to see what kind of threat level this guy has. Because all we saw was we didn't really see him have any power outside of him absorbing the Alicorn's power. So what exactly made him a threat to begin with before he got the power? And that's only if you read the comics will that give some hints as to what he does. But I don't read the comics to begin with, so to me, they don't exist. So he came here.
Not to mention not canon, so.
Yeah.
One of the things that would have made things better as far as, the stakes is the fact that the Storm King's goals could have been something so destructive or so like it's grandiose, but the after effects of what would happen because of it would cause the whole planet to be unlivable or something,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the problem is we only see Equestria, the one suffering. We don't know if any place like Yakistan, the Griffinstone, the Dragon Kingdom, Manhattan, or anything. We don't hear or see anywhere else suffering. The only time we see that is in season 4 when we see Tyrek attacking other places.
Actually, all those places were in Equestria.
I know, but we still saw him like actually going out and attacking a wider range of places. Like we can assume that he attacked like Manhattan and stuff, and we saw him attack Appaloosa and everything. So we saw he was taking out ponies and stuff all around him, so there wouldn't be anyone to match up to him. But with the Storm King, we didn't see him take over or oppress anyone other than just where the pirates or the cat guy lives. It's so, but that to me looks as though that's more of a run-down place because they were in the desert rather than because of him.
Yeah, but Tyrek's thing, it was still terrorizing, one country. It wasn't terrorizing the whole planet. We get hints of Storm King doing stuff to other places, but not anything explicit. And the way to raise the stakes, like I said, would be to have the Storm King have a goal that if he succeeds, it would cause the whole planet to be unlivable.
Mainly because of the control of the celestial bodies, the sun and the moon, that would wreak havoc upon everything living.
Well, apparently it didn't wreak that much havoc in the NMM timeline, but that's another thing.
Yeah, because I came up with this theory or something that I had an idea for Starlight Glimmer back in the season 5 premiere. I was curious as to what her plan was when she said when the rest of Equestria finds out that a princess joined our cause, they'll finally understand what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
To me, I saw that as a potential for one of the greatest villains ever if her plan was this. to eliminate the alicorns or bring them down onto their level.
That
So
was
basically getting true equality by eliminating the thing that is above everyone else.
Oh, that sounds actually cool.
It's not. She wasn't trying to eliminate them. She was trying to make it. She was trying to make it so that even the she was trying to put into everyone's heads that her way is the best way, and if she could get the ponies with the most political power to agree with her, then she would be able to make it so everyone is would be more willing to accept her way, because even the ones with the most political power are agreeing with her.
Yeah, and I think,
but yeah, that's kind of like the same way I was thinking of with Syndrome. Like with Syndrome's thought, like with everyone's super, no one will be super.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of how I thought of her doing that to the alicorns, even though she's taking them down. And
but it would be like Syndrome's idea, but in reverse. Instead of giving people power to a point where there's no more power to be gained and everything, it's basically like an inflation of power. But Starlight is taking away everyone else's, so that instead of everyone being equally powerful, it's everyone's equally weak, or as I like to call a communist system, everyone is equally miserable.
Yeah, because no originality.
Yeah.
Or there's a whole philosophy like everyone's equal, and some are more equal than others.
Yeah, but of course, that's not what we got. She didn't even have a plan. It was mainly just, oh, I feel sad because I lost my friend, so I want to make everyone else the same as me, so that way they never leave.
Honestly,
listen, there's many.
That's kind of a disappointment I got out of that.
Actually, there's a. I could go into that, but maybe next time.
Yeah, I would also argue her backstory as well, but that is for another day.
Her backstory's bad, but I'd say that as a character, she's kind of herself.
I wouldn't say her backstory is really that bad. Really, I think it's better than Starlight's. Really.
No. I'm talking about Starlight's.
Yeah, we're saying
right.
He was saying Starlight.
Sorry, I zoned out.
I disagree, but I honestly can see why you would think that, because just looking at it blatantly, it does seem very unoriginal, and because I think they could have done more with her backstory if it wasn't. We have to make a problem that friendship will solve.
This story has been done a load of times. Like, someone loses a friend, they become a villain, all that. Yeah. But I don't know how you're supposed to make it original somehow. I mean, if it was the parents, that would be more heartbreaking, really.
Sombra's the worst villain because he didn't have backstory period. He's like, oh, I'm evil and I make Cybermen.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Do most villains need to have a backstory on why they have to be evil?
There's no point to be a villain if you don't have motive. And you'll see this in Heroes as well. Every character, if you don't have motive, if you don't have an explanation to why they do the things they do, then you don't have a character in general. Yeah. Harry Potter had motive. He wanted to discover what his parents were like. He wanted to learn what it was like to be a wizard. He learned who Voldemort was. He wanted to avenge Voldemort. Voldemort hated Harry Potter because he survived. He showed the world that Voldemort could be beaten, even though Voldemort was trying to make a perfect world of wizards and claimed to be the most powerful, yet he couldn't kill an infant child. Yeah. Every character has motive that pushes them to either grow or remain who they are because of their ideas. If you don't have motive, then you don't have a character.
Yeah, but
it's like Snape. Like, we all thought he was a bad guy, but then it turned out he wasn't exactly a bad guy, and I liked why. I mean, he was pretty much grumpy because, well, he lost someone he loved, and that's cliched, I know, but
wait, which villain are you talking about?
We thought he was a villain.
Snape. Oh, I thought. I didn't see him as a villain in that series. for the
I kind of
majority of
did.
it.
I kind of did, unless it's because I was like, okay, looks like a bad guy. I know he's gonna do something. It's
Oh,
only
looks
until
like
the
a
last
bad
movie.
guy, because jumping to conclusions always pays off in the end, doesn't it?
You do realize that does happen, right? You make someone look like a bad guy. You have to go. It's a bad guy. Hey, Hayden.
Gary people say hello, Hayden.
Hi, Hayden.
But getting back to
The movie.
getting back to
Sorry for that, because the Brad quiz is not know how long that take.
All right.
Getting back to Starlight's backstory. The reason why I don't really like her backstory is because her motive, and her plan. It really doesn't logically connect. My friend got his cutie mark and didn't and left because his parents sent him off to
education
school. I'm going to make everyone's cutie marks go away and be replaced with equal marks, because I think cutie marks cause ponies to think they're better than others, even though my friend never acted that way as soon as he got his cutie mark.
Yeah, well, again, it's a discussion for another day, but yeah, that's definitely, I would say definitely a good point, but if we want to really delve into this, we'll probably have to wait until we cover that season finale.
Right, okay.
All right, but thank you, though. Those were actually some very interesting thoughts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, back to the movie. Anyone, Nathan, do you have any last words you'd like to say, or shall we let Hayden take the reins?
Other than just the final fight was kind of lackluster, and my whole problem with the sea ponies, and the whole concept of the movie, that's pretty much it. The rest I was okay with. I loved the animation, and I loved some of the songs. I loved the new characters. Well, I thought they were kind of useless overall. I do like the characters and that we were introduced to, but
I don't know.
I give the movie maybe a 7 out of 10.
All right. So
7
about
or
the
8
fight
out of 10.
About the fight scene, I just wanted to say, though the fight scene wasn't the greatest, I think there were there was great jokes in it. One with Pinky throwing cupcakes, Fluttershy giving someone a therapy session, basically. And I think my favorite part was the fact that the biggest one of the biggest things I noticed in this film was how mature the film got, because they actually set people on fire, and if you look in, like, it's when it's zoomed out, but you will see someone become entirely enveloped in fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's that gonna need a pyro? Like.
Oh yeah, someone actually did a video.
They were able to actually set people on fire.
Someone actually did a video on the number of things that would have killed people.
Nice.
That would normally kill people in the movie.
That's
and
excellent.
One of them was, okay, this guy is literally engulfed in fire. He is dead.
Yes.
This guy's dead. That guy's dead. This guy's
They're
dead.
all dead.
Dude, she kicked him with a sword. Like, dude, she kicked him.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
like,
she
what was
doesn't
that
have a
captain's
sword
name?
in her foot. That's just a leg. It's just like a gemstone, I think.
Well, the way it looks and everything,
it
still
looks
like
sharp
a
and flirty.
Okay, that guy's.
Are you talking about the pirate?
The pirate's leg. It's not a sword. It's some sort of rock. But yes, it could have been a fatal blow, I think.
I remember when I was looking at spoilers for the movie, because at the time I didn't think I was going to watch it anyway. I looked at Ashley H's video. Like, she did say about the fight stuff. It wasn't really like a fight or anything. It was like someone gets hit, they fall. That's it.
Yeah.
I have to agree with her there.
All right.
Like, why couldn't it have been like the fight scene in the season 4 finale?
Well, again, don't forget, I think a lot of the fighting was in the end scene, and obviously still children's film, but I think they were able to get away with a lot more things this time, especially the fire. The fire was the biggest sign of, holy smokes, this is an actual fight.
Actually, if he couldn't be like a pyro, what if he could be like the new model of the pyro? Spike could be like its own flamethrower.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone right now was making like a Gary's Mod model of Spike as a flamethrower.
Wouldn't Pinkie Pie be Scout since she's pretty fast?
No,
that's usually associated with Rainbow
would be
Dash.
Scout.
Yeah.
But
what I've seen from like TF2 stuff, Fluttershy is associated with the medic, Pinkie Pie is associated with the pyro or Spike, Twilight's associated with the sniper, Rarity's associated with the spy, Applejack is associated with the engineer, and Rainbow Dash is associated with the scout.
In most cases, things could mix around. I could definitely see Twilight being the medic, be the fact to intellect, but this is not a TF2 stream.
Okay. As far as
that would be more for me.
Hey, as far as mature stuff in the MLP movie, I mean, as far as violence, they should really take some notes from old Disney films, because some old Disney films had a good amount of violence without it being.
But don't forget, things have changed over the years.
Oh, because
my
of
biggest
parents.
example
we can't
of
make anything graphic.
I like modern television, like modern kids and stuff. Okay, farewell, Nathaniel. Wait, why does
it's Raven Mad? I tell you.
Anyway,
Raven Mad. It's the name.
Yeah, well, it says Nathaniel,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna say Nathaniel because that's easier to remember.
Yeah, bye, Blue.
Hi.
Wait.
Yeah, and
His
since
name is
maybe
Raven
if
Man
they
now.
did since if they did like the Disney thing or something, I know we can't exactly do it anymore because parents.
Yeah,
we can't do anything violent
things have changed over the years.
because it's gonna scar kids for life. Then why haven't been scarred by the old Disney films? At least I don't think so.
Yeah, but biggest example that I think of is Back to the Future, because I saw the original Back to the Future, but then later, more in like the last year or two, I saw Back to the Future again for Back to the Future Day. They were running it, and they actually censored it because there was swearing in it that was acceptable for kids back then, but nowadays you gotta cut the swearing.
Yeah. Even
But
though
there's some elementary school kids who ride my bus that swear worse than a sailor.
Yeah, again, Blue. That's just because the people on your bus are real middle schoolers. Media
No, these are elementary school kids.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
but media has to be acceptable for the ideal children. We want to raise children that don't swear as much. That's why we make the things with less swearing in it.
No, wait, no. Meet my brother, and you know what swearing is. He swears like a freaking sailor most of the time.
All right. Anyway, again, it doesn't matter how actually kids react or how violent kids actually are. They are bound to the fact that they have to make it acceptable, because if you swear too much, then the TV company will get in trouble and the people that made the show will get in trouble. So it's not because TV shows don't want to make things more realistic and have an acceptable amount of violence. It's the fact that they don't want to get in trouble with their provider because, like I said, everything's about money. If you lose connections to your channel provider, you can no longer show your show. You can no longer make money off your show. And before you know it, you lost thousands, if not millions.
Yeah.
It's all about money. They don't do it because they don't want to. They do it because they want to keep making money.
Because
money.
Because money makes the world go round. Sadly,
it does. Welcome to a capitalistic world.
Yeah.
Anyway,
honestly, I'd rather have capitalist than communist.
Yeah, communism always fails. Capitalism is really tricky to manage, but it doesn't crumble in a few years. Anyway, Hayden, would you like to share your thoughts? And I'm gonna have to go for a second. I'll be gone for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. My thought was the animation is really mostly good, but something like the series, the seasons of the MLP was like in 2D animation. The other one was like the real animation for Japanese. Some of them are like
anime.
Well, even there's a new villain that came in. Tempest Shadow is the most villainly if he's become the commander of the King Storm. And because the King Storm did, and because it looks like why did King Storm become a storm? Why? Because it looks like a monkey. It's not like a monkey, but it looks like a bamboo. It's like
a bamboo?
A bamboo.
You mean baboon?
Yeah, like even bamboos looks like most monkeys, and even like the guy who is what his name? It's just like someone to eat the cake. I don't know his name, but Dever.
Grubber.
Never. Okay. And the other one, the Farlands, because is it like all happened? It's like a desertive, and even some other characters like Casper was a cat. Was
Capper.
even other people like furries, even people who was white furries in the movie. Well, something like I thought like Hasbro's gonna do like I think we can do furries in Pony movie. And could be a lot.
I was just interested in the fact that they have creatures that sentient creatures that are not quadrupeds.
Yeah, even like different type of creatures. And I think the sea pony motion is something to call like the queen hippogriff. I feel like it's like different like than Queen Chrysalis is different, but this one's the nice queen.
Yeah. But Queen Nova is like kind of like I cannot help. Sorry guys, you're on your own.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see what else. Ramon's gone. Let's see what else is missing. Oh yeah, the magic power. I think King Storm did the staff, and he just stood over it and took the power. Like what did he use the four main for like super powered, just drain up like T-Rex.
He wanted the power to rule control the sun and the moon.
Yeah. Well, I think he wanted the power.
Even his
staff
eyes
was to have the power, so he could be so no one could compete with him. He's like, if I take the power of the most powerful beings in the world, then no one can stop me. That was the whole point.
Yeah, that is kind of true.
Yeah, but he's most. I thought he's gonna do like King Storm said. Well, I don't need a stupid pro. I mean, like to get the Alicorn powers we need. Yeah, it's just like that was his.
Really, anyone could have taken the staff. It would have actually been funnier if someone like stabbed Storm King in the back, took the staff. He's like, I'm now the all-powerful being.
Actually, that would have been funny if that was just Grubber who did that.
Yeah, I was thinking Grubber comes in, steals the staff. Now you will all obey me.
Speaking of the whole, most powerful beings, I kind of didn't like that they once again made the princesses look kind of lame.
Well, yeah, but don't forget, you kind of have to knock them out of the way almost instantly, or else then it's like, why isn't Celestia helping? Why isn't Luna helping? Why isn't Kane's helping? What the show has to do is they have to get them all in one place to knock them all out at once, so then it's up to Twilight Friends to fix the problem.
Yeah,
because Hasbro realizes these are the most powerful beings in the world. We have to find some way, regardless of whether the way looks professional or not, we have to get them out of the picture so that no one can complain during the movie saying, why is Twilight and Friends doing this when Celestia could just, kill them all?
But either way, it's the typical, Twilight has to save the world.
Only Twilight and Friends can save the world, because if the princesses do it, the princesses aren't allowed to, because they don't know anything about friendship, despite being social as a main role as being a royal leader or just
actually. Actually, don't forget, if the girls cannot do it, it's Starlight and her friends who have to save.
Yeah, if the first
also
doesn't do it, we get the Suicide Squad.
Also, the whole idea that you need to take them out in order to have an interesting story, I disagree, because we have in the comics and various cartoons with the Justice League, the members of the Justice League, Superman and Flash, those two are the most powerful if you know about their powers,
Well, don't forget Batman too.
powerful characters in all of American comics.
Yeah, that's true.
And
But
yet,
a lot of times they'll get yelled at for bad writing due to the fact that Superman and Batman could kill pretty much anyone.
Yeah, but it depends on
the Flash at this point is more of rewrite the world when something bad happens, and then we can remake everyone's backstory and make more money.
Well, okay, but they've still been able to make interesting stories with those characters. I mean, they're not all powerful; they're just extremely powerful.
Oh, in the movie with Trixie, I saw like Trixie in in the song.
She just made a cameo, and that's it. I mean,
yeah, she made a cameo, lit off some fireworks to say, "Ooh, guys, look at these special effects we have."
Yeah, even the fireworks, but it's like a short amount of Trixie.
Well, yeah, don't forget, Starlight was there for just a bit. A lot of the opening sequence was just, hey, look, it's Dr. Hooves. Hey, look, it's Derpy. Hey, look, it's just a bunch of cameos for, like, that fan service right after the
Derpy got turned into a stone.
Yeah, it's literally a brony convention. The beginning is a brony convention. Hey, look, there's Starlight. Hey, look, there's, so on and so forth. It's literally, the opening sequence was more fan service than actual build-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Did everyone get to share their thoughts then? That has not shared thoughts already.
I do have some more information that I had.
All right, you want
the last one that I didn't share.
All right, what is it?
They're mostly like questions that I have some little theories about. Like, number one, how long has Celestia known Queen Nova?
Long enough to have her on her contact. Sorry, not long enough to have her on our contacts. Apparently, it's like, hey, Nova, what's up? He's like, sup, Celestia? Yeah, we're getting invaded. Could we get some backup? I got you.
Well, it's obviously been a really long time since she and probably didn't have much contact with them for a while because
they went super isolationist.
She didn't call them sea ponies.
Yeah, and again, they went super isolationist, meaning they went under the radar, like no one remembered that they were even there because they all hid. Their entire nation hid, sort of like Atlantis in a way. They all went underwater, no one had any contacts with them.
Yeah, that's actually kind of true.
They went super isolationist. It's like, you guys, it's World War V up there, but it's nice and cozy down here.
Well, isn't that the Little Mermaid a little bit?
The Little
Under the sea.
That's exactly what it is.
Guys, yeah, it's like a My Little Mermaid. It looks like it.
Yeah, but again, moral thing was, like, even though she knew Nova, it was one when they still knew they were hippogriffs, and two, it was before they went, hey guys, we lost contact of Queen Nova, 12 decades ago. What happened? He's like, I don't know. She just stopped picking up her cell phone.
Actually, that would be hilarious.
Yeah. And they made a phone joke too in that in the movie with the potion thing.
Actually, what if that's the way that people talk to each other in a?
I mean, apparently it is, but doesn't seem super reliable. Bad service.
Actually, that would be funny if that's how most people in the Rift City talk to people.
Oh no, that's so inefficient. Just yell. Hey, did you catch that?
Anyways, on to my actual explanation that I have. It had to be around the time that she and Luna were just started becoming princesses.
I mean, I feel like it could have been any time. I think it could have been any time during when Celeste. I would assume it'd have to be when Luna was still around because it was Luna specifically who had, I believe, said it. So it'd have to be probably sometime between Celestia and Luna becoming princesses and before Nightmare Moon was an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd reckon probably around then. And so that would also make the hippogriffs several thousand, like 1,000 years old each, which means they all aged phenomenally. Like, they look great.
Wait,
and how I can figure they are friends?
Wait, that now begs the question of who's Princess Skystar's father.
Oh,
I don't know. Father.
But anyways,
it was Darth Vader. He left.
it's imitating.
Wait. How do we know that it's all the sea ponies that are, that age?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I was thinking technically what could have happened is that they've gone through several generations. And, oh, yeah, that's true. Luna did say, get the hippogriffs, not Queen Nova. Meaning
no, I was
necessarily...
talking about... sorry, I was talking about how it's possible that it's just Queen Nova and Princess Skyward that are
yeah, but
immortal.
even they could have not been the original rulers when they were in touch with other people. Again, it could have been they've gone through a few generations.
Maybe.
But anyway, Blue, continue.
How I had a feeling they were friends. If you look at the credits where all Chibi's while Seo's Rainbow is playing, they give each other a hug.
So okay, so we're going to assume that they're actual friends and not just, hey, I just met you, but we're like, we hate the same guy, so I guess we're friends now.
The second question that I had.
I just met you.
Don't go Carly Rae Jepsen on us.
I was thinking that too, but I didn't want to do it.
Second one.
And this is crazy.
No, cease.
Cease, Olivis.
And now this video is going to be taken down.
Yeah, I doubt it. There's no way people are going to come through all this.
So quick to jump into the Storm King's army so fast without taking into account the risks. She had something she wanted. Her horn repaired, and she was willing to do anything to get it back. And I did a bit of a personal example, only it was wishing to be more accepted by my classmates. When I was in 5th grade, I joined the boys' basketball team, but I realized it was a big mistake.
Alright.
In the end.
Alright.
Like with Fizzle, I don't lie to her face.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I do have a bit of an experience with what happened to Fizzle Pop Berry Twist.
Alright.
No, that's her name!
That's her name.
I still love that that's her name. It's like, I wonder how the parents came up with that name.
The parents were probably high, but let's not think about that.
Oh, I don't need to see that.
Yeah. Moral of the story, kids.
Third one.
Don't drink when you're naming your children.
So now, the next question.
Oh.
How many pop stars are there now in the MLP universe?
Seriously.
There's Sapphire Shores, the Beyonce pony, Countess Coloratura, the Lady Gaga pony, Featherbanks,
Featherbanks? Oh, come on. That's just...
Actually, Featherbanks
just a
doesn't
one-off guy who is
really
technically JB, and which is why he will never receive love. Ever.
And Songbird Serenade, Sea Pony.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I'm a fan of pop music.
Again, they
has to make a Carrie Pammy or BTS and MLP.
They just added her for money. It was all marketing. It's all conspiracy. It's all Hasbro.
But did you guys get my joke? It's like cough Hasbro make Carrie Pammy or BTS and MLP cough.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. You should make this person next. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Oh, please. I'm going to give them a whole list of family product stars I would want.
Oh, boy. Hey, can we get Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Now the next question. Why are the guards so bonking useless?
Because of the guard. Dude, they didn't even show up. They were like, hey, guys, so we know you're going to have, a big festival and whatever, but we're just going to go to the next country over and drink a bit, because we're allowed to drink there. See you guys later. Don't mess things up. They come back, and it's a dictatorship. It's like, we were gone for 5 minutes. What'd you do?
I need to know if that as a
Seriously.
comic.
Equestria, deal with these guards. It's like a marching band that doesn't know how to play or march in time, a color guard that doesn't know how to catch their flag, rifle their saber, fix their sailor Q-tip, a cheerleader who forgot to wear her spats under her uniform or lands on her face after being thrown in the air, and it's like a football player who can't catch the bloody or pass the ball.
Yeah, but don't forget,
Oops.
it's the military don't really do anything. It wasn't until Twilight and Friends came into existence that there's actually been legitimate threats to Equestria that wasn't instantly dealt with by the Royal Guard. So for over 1,000 years of conditioning, the soldiers have been conditioned to, it's boring. We walk some halls, we look at some stuff, and we maybe every now and then push the annoying radicalists out of the rally. That's it.
That's hilarious.
Like, oh, there's a riot.
actually
Just poke them and they'll go.
That's a good
because
explanation.
Everyone's frail.
Yeah, that could make sense.
Why did they make like a puffer fish? Sea dragon would have worked a lot better.
But
Literally,
sure, we had to
sea
make the joke. But sure,
dragon.
we have to make a joke that he's a useless character.
Yeah,
Even though
that
I
he
guess
has
the
kind
last
of
time we had
joke.
something about
No,
the
I
MLP
would have
movie.
accepted Flounder. He looked a lot like Flounder. I think that would have been really fitting if he was just Flounder.
Oh, that would have been adorable. It's like, what?
Spike Flounder. Flounder Spike. I think
Oh,
that would have been
we-
genius.
I now need fan art of that.
Oh boy.
honestly,
It's
That's
literally
like-
this: the puffer fish. It's feared. Unless the animators are trying to make a reference to fugu sashimi.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll
honestly, I
explain
think it
about
could
it.
have been like a small species of shark.
A small species of but the problem is, it's just like a shark. I think it's just too scary. It's too scary for the audience.
Actually,
Okay.
if you remember Little Mermaid Return to the Sea, they made a smaller shark.
Huh. Whatever. Anyway, Blue, did you have?
As I was trying to say a little bit, fugu sashimi is pretty much a bit of an issue to prepare.
What?
Fugu sashimi,
What is it?
for fish dish that's prepared.
Huh?
Oh, you're talking about
Fugu
the
can be
fish
pretty
where
lethal due to its
Okay, it's a type of fit. Yeah.
Oh no, it paralyzes your muscles while the
alright.
victim stays alive.
Anyway, yeah. After that frightening note, do you have any other comments?
Nope.
Okay, that's it. We're all done. It's good. Everyone's
guess so.
tired.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right then. Oh wait, I'm just gonna look at you could use a cover cutouts and replace the guard. Trans made a great point. You could use cardboard cutouts to replace the guards. I think they'd be just about as useful.
I think that I would not want to see that. I mean, that would be a funny image. It's just like, oh, it's like you're touching them, and it's just like, wait, they're cardboard?
He's like, he goes, what? They're cardboard, or more accurately, what? They're flash objects. They're flash objects.
That would get too meta then.
You can never
hey.
get meta.
Hey, to those of you that are watching, if you want to hear if you want to read my more in-depth, my more in-depth thoughts on Tempest Shadow / Fizzlepop Berry Twist, you can check out my editorial on my DeviantArt page.
Yeah. Your DA is just Jack the Hero, right?
Yeah, well, Jack the Hero 99.
Jack the Hero 99. Yeah. Be sure to check it out. It's actually a really well written editorial about it, and it's sort of one of the reasons that I want to make sure that Jack could make it today, because he had really good information about the MLP movie and some of the characters, as you've heard. But I think that's gonna do it for today. Thank you all for joining. Hayden, thank you for sticking around for the very end. I know we had some people come in and pop out.
Yep. Also, subscribe to Rip City, everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's sweet self-promotion without it having to be self-promotion.
Well, he is a really nice guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, thank you all for watching. If you want to check out our other members, it is all linked on the main Rip City channel. And I've probably already heard some of the people that have popped in, but we had Hayden here. We also had Daniel, which is I can't remember his
Raven
name.
Mad.
What?
Raisin Man.
They
Raven
said,
Mad.
I can't speak, but they said
Blu-ray.
know them.
Blu-ray.
Mira,
Blu-ray.
his new name is Raven Mad.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
All right. Anyway,
Oh, man, I have to now memorize that.
no, you don't. But anyway, moving onward. I think that's all for today. So again, thank you all for joining, and we should have a stream next week. About our favorite things from 2017.
Oh, yay! I am going to be in it because I already know what I'm gonna put.
Oh man.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining, and have a good day, everyone.
See
See ya,
ya.
everyone.